everybody. Alright, so we're live. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so we're live. Alright, cool. So now I can watch the comments. I'll have them in front of me here. And then, yeah. Cool. Alright, so for those of you that might not be in the arm wrestling stuff, what we're going to be doing today is outside work, which is, what's up, Nick? Pronation and Rise, okay? I'm going to be making a couple of executive decisions today because it's actually Nick's program that he wrote for me. Number one, on the reps, I'm going to go up to 25, not 20, because I figure it'll be half of what my what do we call them? My balance sets would be. My balance sets are 50, so I'm going to have my volume sets at 25. So I'm going to do that, and then the other thing is on my rise, when I set the baseline, I was hurting really bad, and I set it at 50 for my right, and for my left, it's whatever. It's just going to do what it's told. But anyway, I'm going to do it at like 30 instead of 25 pounds because it's 50% of my max. So I'm going to do it at 30 today, just because. But anyway, not any huge changes. So what I'm going to be doing is 3 sets of 20, just pulses. And if you guys want to chat about anything, ask me any questions. What's up? What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? Indiana. Wow, it's got to be cold out there, I bet, huh? But yeah. So yeah, just ask me any questions, and I'll try to answer them for you. We'll get started. So it's important that you keep your arm as parallel as you can and then lift up so that way you're hanging off your bicep, which also works your back pressure. Yeah, there we go. That works. Okay, so Nick says they both sound good and reasonable. Good. Glad. Indiana, man. Yeah, that's gotta be cold. Man, this lighting sucks. I'm way more massive. Oh, man. I don't know if turning on more lights helps or not, honestly. Make sure you do it for the inside day too. Yeah, I know. I'm going to definitely do it for my inside day. So my volume day on the inside will also consist of 25 pulses instead of 20. So in case you can't hear, I have a very sick baby. Coughing, sneezing, fun times. I'm good. I'm doing good, Levi. How about you, brother? How's everything going? Just knocking out my volume. This morning was a little disappointing, folks. Yesterday I made it down to 255, and then this morning I was at like 256.8. It happens, right? If I drink a little bit more water one day than the next, or my calorie content, whatever. It's just, it fluctuates. It sucks. I would love for it to be a linear path, but it isn't. I understand that. But yeah, it's what matters is by January 14th, I'm at 225. That's what matters. But for the mental game, because this is very difficult on your mind, for the mental game, it's pretty important to continue to lose weight in a pretty linear fashion. Because you don't want to get discouraged, especially when you're depriving yourself as much as I am. Now it's a party. But yeah, so yeah, it's it's a little discouraging, but like I said, if you drink more water one day than you do the next, believe it or not, that's going to show up. It's going to show up. That's why water cutting is so easy, quote unquote, to lose 8 to 10 pounds within a couple of days. You just limit the amount of water you drink, and then the last day you just drink nothing. Yeah, sure, you're going to be a miserable prick, and you're going to have a headache and everything else, but you can lose 8 to 10 pounds in a couple of days just by water cutting. You're going to balloon right back up. So it's not an effective form of dieting, but it is an effective form to make weight. So Nick says, it'll be all right, man. You'll get there. I can be 200 after a good bathroom break and like 212 after 2 slices of pizza. Yeah, my wife already said, man, I make weight 225. My goal is to, I'm hoping, I'm starting a new job, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that Friday off, but I'm hoping to, or not even get that Friday off, maybe shoot up there after work or something. But anyway, I'm hoping to get up there Friday night, weigh in, and then I'm going to have pizza, and I might even have a glass of soda because I haven't had soda in 3 weeks. And just kind of relax and carb load a little bit. I'll probably come in the next day at like 230, 232, somewhere around there. I won't be the only one doing that, I guarantee it. That's the plan, man. Just bulk up. That wasn't too bad. There's my 3 sets. So 3 sets of 25. That's my volume day. I don't know. If I continue feeling this good, and here's the thing, right? With this program, you gotta. One of the big things that Nick and I wrestle with is how much do you add without overworking yourself, right? So if I continue feeling this good, then maybe the next time around, because this is a 4-week block, so maybe the next 4 weeks, I might add another set. So I'll do 100 reps on my volume day instead of now 75. But we'll see. I'm coming into my 3rd week now of doing this. So I've got Rise, Max Out Rise this week, and then Max Out Cup week 4. And then I start over again with my strongest lift, which is pronation. If I feel this good starting for the next block, the next 4-week block, no, this one's always been kind of tight on me. Nick says, you wearing tighter shirts now, or you just filling them out? No, this one's always been kind of tight on me. Thank you, though. Anyway, so if I'm feeling this good the next week, the next block, then I might just add another set. All right, so we had 40 on there. So now I'm going to drop it down to 15, 25, 30. I would normally be doing 25 on these because my quote-unquote baseline for Rise is 50 pounds for max. But I've been feeling pretty good, so I'm going to try this, and if it doesn't work, I'll go back down to 25. But yeah, I'm gonna try it at 30, and for my Rise. And this is for everybody watching, this is just basically right here. Right, that's where I'm going to be pulsing. So it's right here. It's a very small muscle group. It kind of links into here, but your Rise is almost always, or it should be, your weakest lift. Sure, it's being backed up by your back pressure, but your Rise itself should be your weakest lift. So, full-on Devon wrap here, over the knuckles. Let's see. Nice. My left may have a problem with that, but my right won't. Yeah, I didn't realize how damn tight this shirt was. I knew it was tight, but not that tight. Looks good on video, damn it. And I love what it stands for. It's got Abraham Lincoln on it, and it says, "Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my freedom." All right, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this week's lift. Nick thinks I'm going to hit some pretty big numbers on my rise this week. I'm not sure. We'll see. I like the small rise range of motion because a lot of times, if you are setting up with someone who also knows what they are doing, you won't get to start with your knuckles all the way up. So you were kind of working the start position. Yeah, absolutely. And I got to get much better at when I start to never leave my index finger behind, right? So like I'm too used to starting and kind of clamping and going, which I'm pretty good at. But what I need to be able to do is not clamp and just rise over the top of their hand and then lock down. And that's the key right there. Just always be climbing, as Devin says, ABC. And if you guys want to ask any questions about the program, what I'm doing, or hell, anything, just let me know. Just say it. So Nick says, that's why I've got you doing a bit of wrist extension work. Being able to kick back slightly helps the ability to rise, especially top roll. Yeah, so what he's talking about is if you got to picture yourself being my opponent, right? What he's talking about is like when you're trying to climb, so let's say you're here in like a ref's grip. When you're trying to climb, it helps to be able to kick back ever so slightly, to supinate ever so slightly, and then that gives you the ability to climb up. And hell, even just kicking back like backwards a little bit and being able to kind of walk around, that helps a lot too. Everybody thinks arm wrestling is just me strong. No, it's a game of millimeters. It really is. It's a game of technique. It's a combat game. You're fighting. You're always fighting. So it's a great. I love this sport. I really do. My body's probably not going to love it. But I love it. All right, there's 25. That's just about it here, folks. I concentrate a lot more on my left on my form because my left is, I would say 50, 52 and a half, somewhere around there is probably still my max for my left. By far, that is the weakest point of my left hand arm wrestling is the rise, especially when I'm in the strap. So Nick turned around and said, at 30 pounds, how many reps do you feel like you're leaving in the tank after 25? It's so hard for me to quantify. On my right, I don't know, probably another 25, 30, maybe more. And that's not me being egotistical, it probably is, right? My left, I don't know, 15, 20, maybe 25 at the most. But whatever my left could do more, my right could do twice that. It's incredible. The difference between the rising strength on both of these is actually pretty incredible. What really held me back on the quote-unquote baseline day was the fact that my brachialis and the bottom of my bicep were really flared. So I was only 2 days out from a big practice, a really big practice, and I had worked out that night when I got home, the night after, and then I worked out that morning before I settled my baselines. So it was crazy. Oh no, I wasn't anywhere near failure there. But anyway, so yeah, I focus a lot more on my form with my left on a lot of things. And it's weird because on the table, I feel like naturally my left moves a lot better. And I saw that if you go back and watch my max supination stuff, my left naturally set up better where it was more protected. And I think that's because in my mind, I know it's not as strong, although it's been matching my max on my right the whole time. But it just doesn't feel as strong, but it sets up better. So like with the inside stuff, I focus on my form on my right a whole lot more. On the outside stuff, I focus with the form on my left because my right, just the pronation of my right is pretty sick. So, well, for my level. Nick gave me some numbers to shoot for on that, like where he's at. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I'll give it like another, I don't know, couple of minutes. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Or if you just want to chat about a subject. If not, I'm going to end the video and then I'll upload it to YouTube and all of that jazz. What have we been live for? I don't even know. What, 16 minutes? So yeah, I'll let it go for up to like 20. But I mean, I'm definitely seeing gains. I mean, I'm leaning out. I'm starting to see some veins. My bicep vein's coming in. There's a bicep vein that's coming in up here on my left, which I'm sure on video you can't see. But like there's a ton of forearm veins that are coming in. So I mean, and this is all, you know, eating right, fasting, and working the program. That's it. So yeah, my arms are definitely going to take the lead as far as my physique goes. But I'm just looking to lose weight as fast as possible without like, you know, just completely starving myself. And whatchamacallit, get stronger at the same time. Hell, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do at the 225-pound class. It's such a stacked class. But you know what it's going to do is it's going to give me a baseline, right? So let's say that all of this cutting and all of that, I feel like 225 is pretty much, that's it, right? Or maybe 200 will be that's it. I don't feel like going any lower than that. I just don't feel healthy at that weight. But then it allows me to build back my base and get stronger and bigger slowly and more naturally without being overly fat, right? Obviously, there's going to be some fat that gets, you know, accumulated along with the muscle, but the key will be to build muscle. And, you know, 5 years down the road, I'm at 242 or 250, and I'm at my normal, like I feel good. That'll work too, because but I mean, honestly, and I'm just being completely honest, the bottom half of the list for the 225-pound class in the Carolinas scares me more than the bottom half of the list of the super heavyweights. And that's no dig against the super heavies. It's just I really do feel like I can compete against you guys now. Doesn't mean I'll win against you, but I feel like I can give you a good run. The bottom half of the list on the 225 class starts out with Johnny Edwards. That dude scares the shit out of me. Do I think there's a path to victory? Sure, but I don't think I can get it right now. So it's, you know, it's just such a stacked class. And the top 5 for either one of the list is pretty much unobtainable for me in the near future. But, you know, you're talking about like people like Nick are right outside of that top 10. You know, he's got pins on some of the people in the top 10. So yeah, and Nick I can't touch. I can't touch him. So, you know, there's a whole lot of levels to this, right? So yeah, in one way I'm training for health, but in another way I'm training because, you know, I need to start. I'm 43. I need to start making something happen here. But hey, we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Nick says, good work, bro. Definitely think it's working. I will have to get off of here in a second. You guys have a great day. I'll see you later. If you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram later or whatever, this was a live feed on Facebook, so that's why you see me looking at comments and all that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Love you. Bye.